Hi there, I'm Chris from Core Freedom, and today we're going to talk about vehicle lifts and the most frequently asked questions we get when it comes to vehicle lifts. And I've got Matt Maynard with me today, who's going to talk about the three different types of vehicle lifts there are and how they work.
Thank you, Chris. Yes, our first type of vehicle lift would be a crane style, and that would mount in the bed of your truck. And it's just a crane style. It's got a boom arm that comes out and strap that'll come down and mount to your device and pick it up and put it in the bed of the truck. There's an insider lift, which would work inside of a SUV or a minivan, and that would actually platform much like this one. You would drive your mobility device onto, it would pick it up and put it into the bed of your vehicle. Or we have this style here, which is called an outsider, and it's called an outsider because it'll always stay outside, but it's the same thing. You will just drive your mobility device, whether it's a 3 or 4 wheel scooter, a power wheelchair. There's different variations of these decks that will fit pretty much any medical device, and either strap it down or it'll use a bar to hold it down, pick it up, and it'll take it right with you.
So can I put a vehicle lift on just any vehicle?
Not typically. The manufacturers have what they call a mobility matcher, and that's not only going to match your vehicle with a lift, it's also going to match it with your mobility device. Mobility devices have different weights, and that's what they're going to take mainly into consideration is that tongue weight they're putting on the vehicle. So if you're putting a 4-wheel scooter in, you'd probably get a lot of mobility matcher, a lot of different lifts that would work for it. But if you were doing something like a Quantum Q6 with all the features on it, something that weighs 300-400 pounds, it's really going to limit the vehicles that lift will be able to go on.
And the Quantum Q6 is a power wheelchair, is that
Correct.
right? Okay.
Yes.
So if I have a vehicle lift, can I transfer it from car to car?
Again, we would have to consult the mobility matcher and make sure that whatever vehicle you're moving it from to would be able to handle that lift with the personal mobility device.
Okay. So I notice here you have a Bruno lift, and that's one of the brands that we recommend. Are there other brands that you recommend as far as vehicle lifts go?
We also love Harmar lifts, and those are typically the two we do.
Bruno and Harmar.
Bruno and Harmar.
Okay. So how are vehicle lifts powered?
Vehicle lifts are powered off of your vehicle's battery. So we would take a power wire and run it from the battery all the way back to the unit, and that is how it gets its constant power. For your license plate light, most of the Bruno lifts run off of that constant power that we run from the battery. It has a little smart technology in there that knows when your vehicle's running or not, so turn this light on or off so you don't have to worry about your battery dying or anything. But other lifts, we do have to either use your factory wiring or we would have to tie into your vehicle's wiring to make sure that this license plate is working. And they do offer other options as a third brake light, turn signals. There's a few other options you can get also.
And you mentioned this one actually has a license plate holder, so it's not blocking the license plate for legality, right?
Correct. And this one right here, we can actually move this license plate up higher too. So if you have a really high seat back or something like that on your mobility device, we'd still be able to see the license plate over the device.
Okay.
It has this J-cam assembly here, and that is going to put it into a storage mode when it's not, when there's no mobility device on it. So we're gonna fold right up here. So this is how we would travel if, if we weren't taking our device with us. And then it also comes with this feature called a swing away. We can take this and get this right out of the way here, and that will allow you access to your tailgate.
Okay.
So now you can get in your tailgate, or if it was a minivan, something like that, you would be able to get back there. This can only be operated with the lift in the storage position while it's empty. I'll show you what it's going to do if we had a mobility device on there. So I'm going to take it just past where this J-cam operates. Okay, so now we would imagine that my weight here is a scooter or a wheelchair, and it's going to swing past that J-cam, and now it's going to pick the lift straight up. That way we get that ground clearance, and you can see about how high your lift would be off the ground.
Okay, so what about maintenance? I know this is outside a lot, and especially in Michigan, we've got rain, weather, salt, all kinds of stuff. What do I got to do?
So in Michigan, it is definitely a consideration. There's not a lot in this that's out to the elements. You don't have to worry about too much. This right here, you could grease probably once a year. And then this little J-cam assembly here, they say not to grease it because it will make it collect dirt worse. So you just need to keep that clean and free of debris. Okay, Chris, I got a question for you. I'm a field technician.
We didn't agree to any questions for me.
I'm a field technician, I really don't know. How much does one of these cost?
That depends. Like you mentioned, there are a ton of different models out there, and you talked about the mobility matcher and making sure you have the right vehicle lift for your personal mobility device. The best way really to get an accurate quote is to contact a dealer like CoreFreedom, because there are so many options out there. We want to make sure we match it specifically to your personal mobility device and give you an accurate quote based on that. So just call us and we can help you walk through that. Thanks for watching. I hope you've learned a lot about vehicle lifts today, but chances are you might have a question or two more. So feel free to give us a call and we'll answer any questions you have and even give you a quote. We look forward to hearing from you soon.